Well, that'll teach us for not doing a sound check, won't it? Guys, hi, my name's Alan. Welcome to our virtual wedding show, the Easter Sunday special. We've been looking forward to this one for a long time. From myself, from Grant, from all the team here at Wedding Fayre Yorkshire, we're wishing you a very happy Easter weekend. We hope you're outside, spending some time in the sun, of course, with up to 6 people. So guys, we really do hope you're having a great weekend and, of course, enjoying this show. So we're coming to you virtually as opposed to being at a physical event. I'm sure you know why, but we want you to treat this just like a physical wedding fair. And what would that mean? Well, it means you come along with your partner, with your family, your friends, your wedding party, your parents. So please tag them in this video and we'll tell you a little bit later why. So these are interactive shows. A lot of today's suppliers are coming to you live through Facebook from either their garages, their shops, their homes. And I want you to treat it as such, which means that you can get in the comment section and ask all the questions that you've been sat on for weeks and weeks and weeks. And they'll either respond to you in the video or in the comment section shortly afterwards. Give this video a share as well. It really does help the reach of the suppliers and the show itself. Now, in the past, there have been a couple of copyright strikes. Some of the suppliers do use music in their videos, and Facebook doesn't care whether or not they've got the rights to do this. It just disconnects them. So if it does happen, please bear with us a couple of minutes just while we get the channel fired back up and we'll get the show rolling again. So we've got, I think, 9 amazing suppliers to present to you today. And we've also got a sneak peek, some video footage supplied by a brand new venue that we're working with and going to be showcasing at the 23rd of May. So yeah, tune in for all of those. We're also running a competition today where you can win a pair of ABBA Tribute Night tickets, kindly supplied by the John Smith Stadium. All you have to do to be in with a chance of winning those is put in the comment section. Should we go with hashtag Easter? And tag your mum or your bridal party or anybody at all that you'd like to win those tickets with. So put in the comment section hashtag Easter, and we draw the winner at the end of the show today. There's no waiting for 6 months or entries by post. You will know whether or not you've won at the end of today's show. So we'll quickly run through who we've got presenting before we leave you in the very capable hands of the suppliers. Opening today's show, as always, is Alicia Violin, an amazing award-winning violinist. She opens the show because she's got such an energetic performance and such a great smile as well. We do love watching Alicia play. Shortly after, Sally Ann from Ever After Bridal Wear, based over in Batley, a really well-established bridal shop. Sally Ann always does a great little tour of her store and answers any questions that you've got for her. We've got stylish settings coming on at 12:30. Again, she's got some quite unique and quite different takes on venue styling, so please tune in for that. 12:45 is Jelly Bean Photo Booths, showcasing their magic mirrors and photo booths, always with a fun twist as well. Stacey and Adam, always a great video. At 1 o'clock, Miss Helen's Bakes. I had a quick look at Helen's Facebook page today. She's got some fantastic cakes out there for Easter weekend, so please do go and check out their social media, some fantastic stuff. News from the Wedding Fayre, guys. That's where Grant jumps on the screen and we kind of go through where we're at and what we've got coming up in the next few weeks and give you some updates from our side of things. Katrina's Bespoke Cakes, always a lovely video. We love watching Katrina's Bespoke Cakes. Some amazing kind of artistry goes into her work. And again, she's a great presenter. Down to a Florist at 1:45. Sharon and Paul are going to be coming again from Batley, showcasing their fantastic floristry skills. Story in frames. Now, this is such a unique thing. Grant explained this to me, what this guy does twice, and I still can't quite get it. So please tune into this video. We're really looking forward to that one. Story in frames at 2 o'clock. Then we got the footage from the brand new venue we're working with, Spicer Manor. It's some bit of drone footage and a bit of videography that the venue has sent over. Really can't wait to see that. And then we cap off today's show at 2:30 with Kingston Jewellers. Sarah is going to be tuning in from Barnsley, and again, really well-established jeweller, local to that place as well. So tons to go at today, guys. Please get in the comment section and show lots of love and support for all of these suppliers. It's time to hand over to Alicia Violin, so I'll leave you in her very capable hands, and we'll see you in about an hour's time. Enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, happy Easter. I'm Alicia Violin and very happy to open this today. festive show with the Easter. All families are together, beautiful day. And today I'm happy to play for you three parts of three tunes, which are very, very relaxed, nice, and I hope you enjoyed. Let's start. This was Unchained Melody, and today, as you see, I play for you using my acoustic violin, and I try to be as a Easter egg. I do not have bunny ears, but I am try to be bright and give you lots of positivity and good mood. Okay, let's go to the next tune, which I wish to play for you. The very old one, but very popular and very, very nice. My Way by Frank Sinatra, very popular, and I think tunes like this will be always popular. It's never gone out of fashion. And one more old tune I wish to play. That's my mood today. Love me tender. Well, I think I do not need to talk about my technique experience, about my all stuff and everything about that. Music talks about itself. So, for all info, if you would like me to book for their weddings, contact me or Wedding Fayre's Yorkshire guys. They will definitely help you. Enjoy the sunny day, enjoy the show, and see you next Sunday. And by the way, see you very, very soon on the real show. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
Good morning, everybody. It's Sally Ann here from Ever After Bridal Wear here in Batley. Happy Easter. Hope you like my ears. So yeah, I'm Sally Ann. If you've not seen us before, I'll tell you a little bit about us. So we're a family-run bridal boutique in Batley. We have lots of different designers that we stock. I've got Ronald Joyce, Victoria Jane, Hilary Morgan, Pure Bridal by Romantica, a curvy range. We really can suit any body shape, and in a short while I will be taking you on a little tour around the boutique, which is what I like to show you, so that you can see you know, what you can expect on an appointment. So we've only got a week to go until Boris says we can reopen, so hopefully if nothing changes we will be opening our doors on Monday the 12th of April. We're already fully booked on that day with appointments, which is lovely. It'd be so nice to see real people. We've taken lots of things into consideration to keep the boutique COVID secure. So we have hand sanitizer, social distancing in place. And although things might feel a little bit different to prior to lockdown, we will keep it as real for you as we can. And we're really friendly, and I'm sure you will enjoy your appointment. An appointment usually lasts about an hour and a half. And at the moment we're allowing a bride plus 2 guests. We're just conscious that we shouldn't be mixing too many households indoors, and until our MP tells us otherwise, that's what we're doing. Yeah, I'm Sally Ann, and I've run the shop now for just over 8 years with the help of my lovely husband, who is at home at the moment preparing Easter lunch, because we're actually having our youngest daughter over to visit us this afternoon and sit in the garden whilst the weather is so beautiful. So I've been through the designers that we do. We obviously stock accessories, shoes, tiaras and veils. We have a large selection of bridesmaid dresses in loads of different colours. We stock flower girl dresses as well for the little ones in your party. And we also do Mother of the Bride. I have a small selection of Holy Communion dresses. Couldn't think what they were called then. Of First Holy Communion dresses. You know, we really can cater to most occasions. Oh, and some christening gowns too. Oh, good afternoon, Natasha. Thank you for your lovely comment. Oh, and I must say, Natasha delivered us a chocolate Scotch egg the other day, which was to die for. Bit of a chocolate overload, but boy did we enjoy it, so thank you for that. And hi Lana, nice to see you here too. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the iPad. I'm not sure if I can turn the camera around. I tried this before and I ended up getting in a bit of a mess, so I'm just going to have to turn the actual iPad round so that you can see what I'm going to show you. So here we go. Yeah, so turn around this way and hopefully you'll be able to see some of the things that I've laid out for you. So there's a row of our lovely dresses behind there in our boutique, and if I just spin the camera around, that's the door. Our window display is there, and there's 2 chairs there which I have measured, although the right hand one's moved a little bit. They are 2 meters apart, so that's going to conform with our social distancing for your guests when they come in through the door with you. You'll be busy up in the changing room, which is up here. In fact, I'll take you up there now so you can see where you would be to try your dresses on. There are lots of dresses hung up in here because I've just had a big delivery of ladies' dresses. So this is the changing room. You've got lots of space there, and there's a big rail over that side that's covering over the other half of the changing room, because those are the dresses that have just arrived that we need our ladies in to try on who are getting married this year. That's a nice thing to say, isn't it? Married this year. Right, so I'll take you back round this side and down to the first dress that I've got on the mannequin down here. So this is a little 1950s dress that I've slipped on this mannequin here. a satin skirt with pockets, a lovely lace cap sleeve dress, and this could be teamed up with a beautiful pair of heels, because obviously it's not full length, it's T-length. It comes down to about your calves. You can have it shortened if you want to wear it shorter. Lovely with a nice pair of Louboutins, which Wedding Fayre Yorkshire hopefully will be starting up their winner pair of Louboutins at their actual physical wedding shows. Next to the dress here, I've put out one of our boxes. That is a bride box that we can pack your dress in, that is cabin size friendly. So as and when weddings are able to take place abroad, which hopefully won't be too long now, and that it's safe for everyone to travel, we can pack your wedding dress for you in a nice breathable box wrapped in tissue paper to protect it, and you can actually take it onto the plane with you. Some of our ladies are actually purchasing these to put their wedding dress in to take to their hotel that they're getting married in over here, because it's a lot easier to carry. But I would suggest you make sure that your hotel has a handheld steamer. The other side of the boutique, and on the mannequin there you can see one of our beautiful Hilary Morgan dresses. We say that our dresses start from £495 up to 1700. Now Hilary Morgan is one of our more budget friendly wedding dress designers, and this dress is actually £495. It is a traditional A-line style, again with a satin skirt, a lovely lace illusion neckline. My sample's in a curvy size 20. Beautiful thick waistband, which accentuates the waistline. I'll just come back so that you can see that. So you've got that lovely thick satin waistband to accentuate your waistline. Lots of sparkle on the bodice. The back falls into a V. It's not done up properly because it's a bit small for the mannequin, but it goes into a V, and then you've got buttons all the way down the back. And as you can see on the price tag, it is £495. So it's a beautiful, beautiful dress for the money. Now, on this side, I have laid out, if I can get myself in the right position, sorry to turn you all dizzy. Here we go. A mother of the bride, 2 bridesmaid dresses, and a flower girl. Now, these are in my favourite colour. This is periwinkle blue, and it just shows you that you can have everybody coordinated all together. So Richard Designs and Emma Bridals, they all do this periwinkle blue, and so you can choose a different style but have the same colour. And then the mother of the bride, if she wants to coordinate with the bridesmaid dresses, she could choose her outfit in exactly the same colour. This is the colour that I had for my bridesmaids when Nigel and I got married, so it is a very special colour for me. So the colours that they come in, you've got all of these colours here and all of those colours there as well. So you can see there's a big choice of colours. So I'll come a little bit closer. So the mother of the bride dress here is a little shift dress with a lace detail on the waistline. It's hard to do it on my own, but there you go. I've teamed it with a little short jacket, but with Richard Designs you can mix and match your dresses and your jackets. So just because I've got a short jacket with it doesn't mean you couldn't purchase a long jacket. They are made to order, and they take about 8 to 10 weeks to come in. So they're not super long ordering time. Very reasonable price points. You're looking at somewhere between this outfit, I think, works out at about £250. So not a super expensive style. Next to that, we've got an Emma Bridals, a Richard Designs bridesmaid dress in the periwinkle blue. This has got a V neckline, a beautiful crossover bodice, which suits most body types, a full pleated skirt, which is absolutely amazing. Then next to that, we've got the Emma Bridal's one. The colours are exactly the same, but the lighting in here is making them look slightly different. This is a halter neck style with a satin waistband. Beautiful dress, comes with a junior style as well. So if you had younger bridesmaids and you wanted them all to wear the same, you can have junior style bridesmaids, which you're talking sort of from age 8 up to age 16. So that's an option if you have younger bridesmaids that you don't want to have in a flower girl dress. But if you do have flower girls, then this one is a beautiful style. I come far enough away, you can see the lovely lace detail in the periwinkle blue that's been embroidered onto the dress so that it pulls all the designs together. This one is by Emma Bridal's. You've got embroidery around the neckline as well, a lovely deep satin sash, and then a little bow. Well, it's you don't have to tie it up, it's already made, you just press stud it across. So there's your little bow at the back as well, which is super pretty. In fact, I'll see if I can walk around and show you. There you go. So that's your little bow at the back, which does look really nicely. Excuse my pins, she's a bit big for this little mannequin. There we go. And then round this side, I'm showing one of our sale dresses, because obviously once we reopen, we're hoping to have a lovely big sale for all you guys, which will give you a lot more dresses that you can buy off the peg. So if you are getting married this year and you're worried about the time scales, don't be. We have lots of dresses that you can buy off the peg, and then our lovely seamstress in Robertstown, which is just 10 minutes up the road, will be able to alter them for you in time for your big day. So this one was 1400. It's a beautiful dress by Romantica, lovely embroidered and sparkly bodice. Let's see if I can show you a bit further in there. And the skirt, well, it just reminds me of Fayre. It's ruffled. It either reminds you of Fayre or a Spanish senorita. It's absolutely stunning, and it moves beautifully. So that's a V-neck, beautiful lace detail. And as I say, in our sale at 700, so you can't really go wrong there. Then on this rail here, we have all our Mother of the Bride samples. So you can see we do stock quite a few. If we don't have your size in stock, we can check the designer stock to see if they have the style, the colour and the size that you need. If it's a mascara dress, which is one of the ranges that we do that. If it's a Richard Designs dress that you choose, obviously my sample could be in the wrong colour. So we order it made for you, just like we do with wedding dresses. They're ordered in specifically for you in your size. So nobody else has really tried it on, which is rather nice. So I'm just going to go back round to this side and show you this here. Beautiful spring day today. So I thought I'd show you that you don't have to have a traditional ivory gown. This is a gorgeous print by our curvy designer Callista, and features sunflowers, honeysuckle, and all sorts of lovely pink and sage greens mixed in there. So if you wanted to be a little bit different and wear a floral print, then you could have your bridesmaids in the dusky pink or the sage green, or there's lilac in there as well. So you don't have to have a plain ivory if you don't want to. So then I'll come back round here and have a little sit down. There we go. I'm going to have a check and see if anybody's asked me any questions that I can answer while I'm here. Right. So there we go. Oh, can you hear me now, guys? Alana was saying that she thought my hand was on the speaker, so I'm hoping that you can still hear me. It's difficult when you're on your own to hold the iPad and move around the shop at the same time, but I hope you got the gist of what I was saying. So we've got the dresses that I've laid out on the other side. We had a A-line dress by Hilary Morgan, which is £495. And then we had the 3 periwinkle blue bridesmaids and the little flower girl that's also periwinkle blue. an iPad slipping. There we go, which was also periwinkle blue. And I had the sale dress laid out in the changing room with the ruffled skirt that's been reduced to £700. So we are taking appointments now. I am booked most Saturdays now until, I think I've got one free on the 1st of May. We're doing a designer Hilary Morgan weekend on the 15th and 16th of May. That's a Saturday and a Sunday, and that's only because I'm not doing a wedding fair on the Sunday. So we've got extra dresses being delivered by Hilary Morgan so that we can offer you more choice. So if you want to get booked in for that, I've got one appointment free on the Saturday, which is the 15th, and I've got 2 appointments free on the Sunday, the 16th of May. So email or contact me via Facebook and I will check the diary for you. And yeah, that's about it from me, I think. So I'm going to put my bunny ears back on. Wish you all a Merry Christmas. I was going to say a Happy Easter, and enjoy the rest of the virtual show. I'm going to hop off home, see Nigel, enjoy my afternoon with my youngest daughter, and I hope you all have a lovely weekend too. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Hi everybody, I'm Tracy from Stylish Settings. So I'm just going to talk you around my summer house with a little give you a little bit of a taste of what I can provide for you. So any special occasion, weddings, christenings, get-togethers, anything that you want a venue to be dressed up, then obviously come and see us. I'm just going to start with my gorgeous flower wall. So I'm just going to flip my camera around. Okay, so this is the flower wall, made up of all gorgeous orchids and roses. Makes a stunning backdrop for any photographs, wedding. So you've got your bride and groom sat at the top table with this as a gorgeous backdrop. It's probably about 2 meters, 2.5 meters wide. So covers a lot of the area, but it makes a fantastic photograph backdrop. Just talking about backdrops, I've just had to improvise a little bit because I am in my summer house. But we do have a gorgeous 6-meter twinkle backdrop. So I've just tried to replicate it slightly with, like I say, improvising with a few twinkly lights. But the one that we have is 6 meters, goes across the whole stage or across the back of a top table. Looks stunning. And obviously the twinkly lights can be set at different themes, so they can twinkle or they can stay on all the time. I just want to show you the swags because these make a stunning backdrop as well. So these are like velvet curtains. These ones I've got displayed here are cream, and we've got like a bronzy colour there. And all I've done today is I've just swagged them together and I have put like little flowers there. So that's got roses and this one's got the red roses there. So again, they can be bespoke to your wedding, to your theme, to whatever colour you want. And I've just run some roses across the top there just to finish it off. So yeah, I'm just going to step back a little bit so you can see them. So that's what it looks like. Like I said, I have improvised, so I have made a little curtain just to make it look like it maybe would on the day. Okay, so there's some gorgeous backdrops for you. I just want to show you a few of the swags that we do. So these are like, this is a blue polka dot sash with a white chair cover. It's quite stunning, a lot, and quite in at the moment. A lot of people are into the blue themes. This one's a silk sash, which I've finished off with just like a little bow there. And then we've got a lace one because there's quite vintage. People like the vintage style, and I've just finished that with like a gorgeous bronze themed heart brooch. Okay, so we've got loads of different sashes available. These are just some of the brooches that are available that we can finish the sashes off, but we've got them in reds, purples. We even do black chair covers, really whatever the bride or groom want. This is just another centerpiece that we have here. So some centerpieces that I do around the venue. So this is just set on a glass plate with the pearls. I've just put a floating candle and some roses in there. Now you can have all flowers or you can have all candles depending on the venue, because obviously it would depend on if they allow a light flame. This is another stunning. So this is like on a bronze plate and a stunning theme. So this is just made up of roses, pink berries. Again, these can be bespoke to anything that goes with your wedding. We have like the gorgeous like little diamante confetti, and we finish all tables off with the confetti depending on what it is that you want. We do a rustic one, which is a heart rustic like bark, so that's nice if you're into the more rustic theme. And we also have some gorgeous little diamante ones, which are hearts and round circles made up of the diamonds. Today, I've just put the pink runner on the table, which is a pink lace runner. Again, these can be done in any theme. We've got like a blue glitter one, a pink glitter one, gold. We have a gorgeous rainbow unicorn one, which would be ideal for children's parties or celebration. This is my candelabra. So obviously, if you didn't want a flower theme or you didn't want candles in the floating sense, then you can have candelabras like this. So we can do these this is quite a tall one, but we can do smaller ones. Again, these I've just decorated this with just the gorgeous like teardropped crystals, but we can put flowers on there if you prefer that. Just want to show you something now, which if somebody's into more of a rustic theme, maybe a festival wedding type thing, or something in a barn or in the garden, something like that. This is just an old palette that I've just put stencils on. Again, can be bespoke to whoever. We can put the names of the bride and groom across the bottom here. We can change what it says there. I've just put love, laughter and happily ever after for this display. But again, it can be dressed or bespoke to whatever you want. You can put a menu on there. You can put like seating plans, all sorts of things. And I've just dressed it with ivy and a couple of cream roses, but you can do it with a rose garland or just twinkly lights. Again, this is a pink ball. So this is something else that we have, like pom-poms made up of pink roses. Now you can get cream ones. Just a quick question from Grant. We're based in Doncaster, Grant. We are willing to obviously travel to local areas in and around Doncaster, Leeds, Sheffield, Barnsley. So obviously you can give me a call or contact me through my my Stylish Settings Facebook page, or I'm on Instagram, so you can give me a call and I can discuss anything that you need. So yeah, that's just a pink pom-pom. I can't display it today. I'll just turn our camera around. I can't display it today, but I do have a gorgeous 6-foot heart, which is like a gold heart frame, and I can make that bespoke. It's dressed with artificial flowers, creams, reds, pinks. It can be dressed in any colour you want. It can also be dressed in fresh flowers or foliage and just twinkly lights. It's completely up to you, and it can be bespoke to your occasion. There are pictures of it on my Facebook page, so by all means have a look at it, and if you have any questions, by all means give me a call. I'm just going to flip the camera back round now, and I just want to show you this is what I call my memory tree. Now I've displayed this one this week in the white tree. Now I do have a gold tree, and I've just put just so you can see it, just little pieces, the little brass frames. Now, lots of people always ask me about people who have passed away. They want them included in their special day and ask me if there's any way that they can incorporate that. So what I've done is I've invented this memory tree. We put our pictures in here of the people who have passed away, any loved ones, and we can hang them on the tree, and it can be placed on the top table. It can be placed on any table or cake table. It's completely up to you. Alternative to that is the white tree, and we have these gorgeous glass baubles here. This is with an orchid in there, but you can put candles in there. So that is an alternative to that. So I've just displayed it, showing them both so you can get an idea of what it is that we can do with it. Also here is just a small selection of some of the vases that we have. So this is just like a gorgeous crystal vase, and this is like a fishbowl vase, which I've currently just displayed with orchids and some blue stone at the bottom, and there are some twinkly lights in there. And then on top of that, we've got all the gorgeous, little bits that make the day even more special. So we've got the bride and groom that you can hang on the back of the chair. We've got balloons. We've got all sorts of different things that we can create your special venue into the dream that you can envisage. I think that's about all I've got to say today. I will say to you that in a couple of weeks, we will have a new website page. So please look out for that. So I will put the details on my Facebook page and on Instagram. So that's going to be built in the next couple of days. So that will give you more of an idea. And like I said, you can contact me any way you want in the meantime. I'm happy to come out. There's no obligation consultation. So I'm happy to come out and see anybody, discuss your ideas, put them down on paper, and obviously think about booking in, because we're getting extremely busy as the year goes on, and obviously coming out of lockdown. So there's only a thing left to say, is to wish you all happy Easter. It's a glorious day outside, so let's just hope it stays like that tomorrow before we're all back at work on Tuesday. So have a good one, everybody, and nice to you for you joining me today. Thanks, guys.
I'm Adam.
All right, I'm Stacey.
And we are Jelly Bean Photo Booth.
Grab a prop and strike a pose with Jelly Bean Photo Booth. Whatever the event, Jelly Bean can add to the excitement with their incredible LED inflatable photo booths. With green screen, customizable prints and guestbook options, you're guaranteed fun photos. Visit jellybeanbooth.co.uk.
Hi there, thank you for joining us today for the Wedding Fayre's Yorkshire Virtual Showcase. I'm Adam from Jelly Bean Photo Booth, and today we will be showcasing some of our award-winning photo booths and magic mirrors. We are based in Sheffield and cover all of the UK. However, our main focus is Yorkshire and the Midlands, and we travel 50 miles for free from our Sheffield-based office near Meadowhall. We have the largest availability of photo booths and magic mirrors in South Yorkshire, with 4 of our state-of-the-art selfie mirrors available to hire, and 4 of our fantastic in-house built selfie pods and photo booths as well. We are also proud of our outstanding customer service, being voted the photo booth of 2020 at the North of England Wedding Awards, and we were also finalists to the Ideal Wedding Awards 2020 for photo booths. Team Jellybean will do everything they possibly can to make your event extra special from start to finish, from the start of the booking process to designing of your prints and your final meeting, to even on the night assisting with your guests with reprints and signing that guest book, and of course assisting with guests through the photo taking process. We also have a full COVID-19 risk assessment and policy to view on our website, which is updated regularly by our team. You can view this on our website at www.jellybeanbooth.co.uk/COVID-19, and we can also send you a copy over to your email directly, and we can also send it to venues if they require this. So on to our photo booth hire. So we've got 4 in-house built selfie pods, and these come obviously with the inflatable photo booths. We've got a plethora of different styles to choose from. So we've got the intimate and smaller octagon photo booths, which come in white. We've also got the very popular square photo booths, which come in white and black. And then we've got our showstopper camera inflatable photo booths, and these are great in the massive venues and can get up to 25 guests inside. With all of our photo booth packages, we also include stanchions with red ropes, red carpet and decorative flame lights at the entrance of the booth. We also include our fully personalised guest book in a choice of finishes to match your design, with our colleagues at your event assisting your guests to leave that extra special message in your book. It doesn't stop there. So our packages also comprise of a USB stick with a copy of all of your photos from the night, unlimited visits to the photo booth during your book time, double set of instant 6x4 or 6x2 prints per session, online password protected photo gallery uploaded live on the night, and social media uploads to Facebook or Twitter also live on the night. So if you've got a shared album on Facebook that you want the photos being shared to, this is a great opportunity to get these uploaded live on the night so your guests can then share the experience. Now here's Stacey, who will show a demonstration of how our photo booths work. Our jam-packed packages start from £260 for 2 hours, £300 for 3 hours and £340 for 4 hours for venues within our 50-mile radius of our Sheffield office near Meadow Hall. Bookings are subject to a £75 deposit payable on our website, and we accept all major credits and debit cards. For full terms and conditions, you can view this at jellybeanbooth.co.uk. Now onto our stunning magic mirrors, which we have 4 here at Jellybean to hire. 2 of which we are showcasing today, which are our Hollywood style magic mirrors, which are our most popular ones to choose from. All include our 70-inch touchscreens, illuminated frames and red ropes and red carpets, so they will really stand out at your venue. So just like our photo booths, our magic mirrors run the amazing photo booth software, which is all fully personalised, so you can have your own personal message on the big 70-inch touchscreen, so your guests can come along and they know they're at your event, all fully animated by our in-house graphics team. Again, here's Stacey, who will demonstrate how to use our magic mirrors. Again, just like our photo booths, it doesn't stop there. So our packages also comprise of a USB stick with a copy of all the photos from the night, unlimited visits to the Magic Mirror during your book time, double set of instant 6x4 or 6x2 prints per session, a fully personalised guest book in a choice of finishes to match your design, with our colleagues at your event assisting your guests to leave that special message in your book, online password protected photo gallery uploaded live on the night, and social media uploads to Facebook or Twitter also live on the night. Again, our jam-packed packages, just like our photo booths, start from £260 for 2 hours, £300 for 3 hours, and £340 for 4 hours for venues within our 50-mile radius of our Sheffield office near Meadow Hall. Again, all bookings are subject to a £75 deposit payable by credit or debit card on our website. So you may be wondering, where are the props? So all of our bookings, whether it's the photo booths or the Magic Mirrors, come with a choice of our huge trunk of fun and inflatable props. So the ones I'm stood behind here, these are our 2 largest ones. You'll also notice we've got the QR code there. So this is a unique QR code for your event. So if your guests scan this QR code on the night, it will take them straight to the online password protected photo gallery on our website, where you can view the photos live. Our 2021 calendar is getting very full at the moment, so do drop us a message direct on our website so we can then check availability for you, with our calendars for 2022 and onwards open. So again, please do get in touch with us to check availability. So thank you for joining us today. A big thank you to Stacey, who you can't see but is behind the scenes with the camera. Also a big shout out and a big thank you to the Wedding Fayre Yorkshire team, including Grant, Alan, and not forgetting Lan. Do drop us a like on our social media pages, including Facebook and Instagram. And obviously get in touch with us if you want to have a chat or you want to check availability. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your week. Speak to you soon.
Grab a prop and strike a pose with Jelly Bean Photo Booth. Whatever the event, Jelly Bean can add to the excitement with their incredible LED inflatable photo.
Wedding series. In this episode, we've got some great information for you. We'll be taking a closer look at the order in which to book everything for your wedding and hopefully checking off yet another massive job on your to-do list. We've also got 5 great tips for you at the end, so please stay tuned. So if you're watching this, then you've probably got a good idea of what you want to book for your wedding, but your head feels like spaghetti junction because you've no idea where to start. Well, you're not alone. It's one thing we get asked so much, so don't worry. You're in good hands, and by the end of it, you'll know what to do. The very first thing you need to secure is your reception venue. This really is the core of your wedding planning. Everything else builds around it. It dictates how many guests you can have, the travel time, the timing of the day itself. All things you need to know. So number 1, get your deposit down and get your date held. Straight after that, the church or the celebrant or even the second venue, whatever you've got planned, you basically want to book someone or somewhere to marry you. Get your deposit down. Now these are the 2 main things. Tick them off your list and that's the foundation of your day sorted. So what's next? Take a look at the rest and pull out any supplier that doesn't have any involvement on the day of the wedding. Your jeweller, for example. You'll have paid for and collected your rings maybe a few weeks before the wedding. You won't see the jeweller on the day, their job is done. Your bridal shop is another example. The dress is fitted, it's paid for and collected. It's sat at home with a week to spare and you don't need to see them on the day. It's a similar situation with the tailors and the stationer. All you need to do with these guys is give them a call and tell them your wedding date. Ask them when to go in and see them. They normally say to come in between 9 and 12 months before the wedding. These particular suppliers, they have a process for you to follow. They'll want to see you over a series of appointments and they'll schedule them so that you've got the rings or you've got the dress in good time for your wedding. So you can get these suppliers and you can put them to one side for a little while. So long as they've got enough time to work on your order, there's nothing too urgent here. You just make sure that you give them at least 12 months notice of the wedding date. So after you've done that, it's time to use your initiative. You essentially want to prioritise everything else in the list. You want to separate the suppliers that can only work on one wedding per day from the ones that can work on several. Well, how do you work that out, you ask? Well, do they need to be on site to do their job? I can't speak for all suppliers, but let me give you a couple of examples. Photographers, they are largely sole operators. If you book Jessica Smith's wedding photography, it's going to be Jessica Smith that turns up with a camera. She can't be in two places at once. Venue styling companies tend to be able to cover several weddings on the same day. They can dress a room and then go. They can set up lots of venues. They can even work through the middle of the night setting up weddings if they have to, and believe me, they often do. Your photographer, videographer, caterer, musician, transport, hair and makeup, DJ, photo booth, they're all examples of services provided on site. Once they're booked, that's it, the date's gone. There's no moving things around to accommodate you, and that makes them more of a priority. That's pretty much all there is to it. There's no exact order in which to book things, other than the first two. Really, it's common sense after that. Well, common sense and a little bit of emotion. If your heart is absolutely set on having a festival glitter makeup artist at your reception making everybody look fantastic and you're so excited about them, just do it. Call them as soon as you've got your date. If you're not too fussed about, I don't know, maybe love letters, hold off a little bit, maybe see what the budget's like a little bit further down the line. So hopefully now you've got a better feeling of what you want to book first and what you can hold off on. Here's a few extra supplier related tips. The better a supplier is at what they do, the earlier they're going to get booked. So now you know what's important to you, book accordingly. Number 2, if you absolutely fall in love with what a supplier does and they're within budget, book them. We hear it so often that a couple goes away to think about it and they come back to book and the date's gone. The couple are left devastated. There's so much to sort when you're planning your wedding. Don't deny yourself some progress just for the sake of shopping around. I'm not saying do this with every supplier, but trust your gut. You'll know if they're the one. Number 3, once your venue is booked, speak to the coordinator. Run through with them what you're having at your wedding. Ask them if they need to see any documentation from any particular supplier. Public liability insurance, PAT certificates, risk assessments might be required, particularly from suppliers who need power. If them suppliers can't provide these documents, then they might not be allowed in the venue, so it's better to check with them before this is an issue. Number 4, make sure you're happy with the contracts. Get receipts for any money you pay and keep it all together in your wedding binder. And number 5, get the deal, all communication, get everything, get it all in writing. It gives both parties a reference point, stops issues creeping up further down the line, and it means you don't miss anything important, like a payment date. And that's all we've got to say on the order of booking your wedding suppliers. Thank you so much indeed for watching this episode of the Planet Wedding series. The like and subscribe buttons are just there if you want to be notified, and when we've got some more excellent
I'm Helen from Miss Helen's Bakes. I'm going to chat cake to you. So I've got a whole little host of cakes to kind of share with you. I'm just going to kind of chat you through the process as well. So I'll tell you a little bit about me. So I'm Helen. I'm based in Leeds and I make predominantly buttercream wedding cakes. I also make things like dessert tables, edible favors, edible gifts, place settings, those kinds of things. So if it's cake related, baking related, I'm a girl. So I'm level 2 food hygiene qualified. I'm fully registered and insured, and I deliver cakes and desserts all around Yorkshire. So obviously based in Leeds, but I can go as far afield as your requirements fit. So what I'm going to chat a little bit about today is just kind of the process of how to choose your cake. And then I'm going to talk you through how you book with me, essentially. So there's a few things to consider when you're thinking about exactly what kind of wedding cake you want. So think about your venue. You know, if you're going to get married outside and you're hoping for a beautiful sunny day, then maybe think florals, maybe think sort of semi-naked cakes, things like that. If you're getting married inside, you've got a very elegant venue, then think elegant cake, maybe something with taller tiers, maybe fully iced as opposed to semi-naked, something like that. And also think about your time of year. Obviously, if you're getting married in the winter, close to Christmas, you might want to decorate with things like holly, berries, that kind of wintry thing. If you're getting married in the summer, then you might want to go with fresh flowers. You might want to go with sugar flowers, something like that. And also make it fit with your colour scheme. So obviously, as you can see behind me, we've gone for classic wedding colours. So we've got lots of whites and pale pinks, that kind of thing. Pastels are kind of my go-to, but that doesn't mean that we can't work with the colour scheme as well. So get in touch and we can chat some more. I think also, obviously, people have kind of got married on a slightly smaller scale recently. So it's worth, you know, if you're thinking about a small wedding, then there's several ways that we can work around that. So we could go with something small. So I'm just going to show you one of my kind of single tier cakes with a little bit of decoration. Or I have another one here, which I'm probably going to drop. So something a bit simple, just with a few fresh flowers. Or you could go for a larger cake, so a 2-tier or a 3-tier cake, but with dummy tiers. So they're actually sort of fake cakes that we can ice to look completely like normal cake, completely to match the rest of it. So if you did want to have a larger cake and have the impact that a larger cake can give you, then we can work completely with cake dummies. Actually, this cake behind me is completely cake dummies, but obviously looks just like a normal cake. So there's lots of options there. We can also do things like using see-through perspex tiers, so you get a bit of extra height without the kind of cost implication of additional cake. So lots of things to think about, loads of things to chat to me about if you are interested. Grant, I'm going to hold fire on your question for a moment, if that's okay, and I'll get to that in a second. So the other things that I offer are dessert tables. So that's anything from cupcakes to macarons to cookies. You might decide you want lots of smaller cakes and lots of kind of nibbly things. So I have some examples of those here. So we've got, I can't tip this. I do this every time. So things like cupcakes, things like cookies, things like cake hearts, cakesicles, cake popsicles, they can be filled with cake truffle, or they can also be filled with things like blondie or brownie or cookie dough, all of those kinds of things. Just make for kind of little extra delicious treats. We could do a table of a few smaller cakes and some of those kinds of things. But the beauty of a dessert table is that it can be completely personal to you. So if your absolute favourite thing is Rocky Road or fruit tarts or any of those kinds of things, Rice Krispie treats even, then we could do exactly that. You know, if you're getting married for a specific occasion like Easter and you wanted chocolate Rice Krispie treats, things like that, then absolutely can do that as well. The other thing that I offer is wedding favours, so edible favours. And some of those, so the cupcakes, the cake popsicles, those kinds of things could be used as wedding favours as well. They can be individually boxed and labelled So you could use them as a place setting. So they could have be individually boxed with a ribbon and a name tag, so they could kind of be that place setting. Or we could also do iced biscuits as well. So there's some little examples of these here. One day I'm going to work out how to display these in an actually helpful manner, but they can be completely personalised with names, or with your initials and your date, or with things like florals, and they don't have to be completely white. They can match your colour scheme. They could be, I love making marbled fondant cookies at the moment, so they can be completely personalised to what your colour scheme is. We can also work with, you know, extra sprinkles, things like glitter, whatever, you know, your interests, your theme is, your style is, then I'm happy to work with that. In addition to that, I could do edible save the dates, or will you be my bridesmaid gifts, those kinds of things. And I've done a few of those kinds of cookies, so please pop over to my Instagram or my Facebook. I'm at Miss Helen's Bakes on both of those, just to kind of see a few more examples of my work. And you can also pop to my website, which is misshelensbakes.com. Perfect timing, guys. And there's loads of pictures of my portfolios there. And of course, if there is something that you're not sure if I offer, just please ask as well. So I've got a huge range of flavours that I offer. There is a menu page on my website, and I make everything completely from scratch. So if you wanted something really specific that you didn't think that I did, I absolutely do. So all of my fillings, so my buttercreams, ganache, jams, curds, all of those kinds of things are made completely from scratch, which means that I can tailor them completely to your tastes. So if you kind of had a little look at my menu, I've got quite a lot of fruit flavours on there, but you can mix and match as well. So my raspberry and white chocolate cake is my absolute favourite at the moment. It's a really, really spring summery flavour, and it comes as standard with raspberry curd and white chocolate buttercream, but you could swap those flavours out for jams, or you could swap them for different flavours. Something would complement it really, really nicely. The beauty of making everything from scratch is that everything can be completely customised. Also, in terms of kind of cake shapes as well, they can be completely customized. So I know Alana's just asked about hexagons. Absolutely, yeah, I can do hexagon cakes. I kind of do round as standard, but yeah, hexagons definitely. I can also do squares or kind of rectangles. They can look really beautiful, really impactful as well. I decorate mostly with fresh flowers, but I can also kind of work with some sugar flowers as well, and I can work with fake flowers, so silk flowers, which are actually what are on the cakes behind me, which actually look pretty realistic. So yeah, definitely check out my flavours. I'm not currently booked onto any physical wedding fairs, but there are definitely some in the pipeline. I'm actually a relatively new business, so I only started about this time last year. So just kind of finding my feet and growing my portfolio, and I'm really excited to kind of get stuck in, get lots of cakes booked in. I'm fairly busy for the rest of this year, but I do have a couple of little pockets of availability. So if you are getting married this year and you are interested, please give me a shout and I may be able to help you out. But I am currently booking for next year. So that is the perfect time to talk you through how to book with me. So the first thing that you need to do is to get in touch. So have a little look at my portfolio, so either on my social media, so Instagram or Facebook, or on my website, and kind of see if my style is the right thing for you. If it's not, but you're still interested, then we can definitely chat, because I do also make cakes that kind of I don't share as much on social media. But if you're completely in love with my style, then please ping me an email or get in touch through my website, and we can chat about exactly what you're looking for. So that will be things like flavours, things like colour schemes. I'll also ask you for the date of your wedding, just to make sure that I am definitely available, and I'll ask you for the number of guests at your wedding, just for a few kind of basic details. And then I will put together a personalised quote for your requirements. So my cakes start at about the £250, £300 mark, and then dependent on what you would like your cake to look like, the price is completely dependent on, you know, numbers of guests, the look, the style, all of those kinds of things. Once you have that personalised quote, I will invite you to book your samples. And actually, if you wanted to, you can book your samples today. So I'll pop a link in the chat when I finished my little spiel. So you can book your samples straight away if you want to, and then we can chat more about your cake. My sample boxes are £22 and they're available on my website, and I will put the link in. And I think once you have booked with me, if you decide that you've tasted my cake and you love it, and I really hope you do, because I'm pretty proud of it, then I think then you'll be able to get that money off your deposit for the booking. So I normally ask for about a 30% deposit, and the £22 would come off that for your cake samples. So it's kind of a bit of an incentive to book with me, hopefully. But hopefully once you've tasted my cake as well, it'll be a complete no-brainer. So I normally post my samples once a month, and it's normally towards the end of the month. But because it's Easter weekend, I've got an extra set going out on Tuesday morning. So if you did want to book some wedding samples with me, you can choose up to 4 different flavours. Or you can kind of just go for a wild card and I will pick them for you. But especially because it's really summery, I tend to kind of stick with flavours that match the weather outside. So lots of fruit flavours. But I also have things like salted caramel, I do cookies and cream, and I do the classics, so vanilla, chocolate, all of those kinds of things. And then once you've tasted your samples, you've decided that I'm the right caker for you, then you would pay your deposit to save your date. So I generally ask, for a 30% deposit. That will save your date in my calendar, so I won't book another cake on that day. And it will also allow me to get any equipment or practice any techniques that I need to specifically for your cake. So it might be that you've asked for a specific style of icing. It might be that you have asked for specific kind of sprinkle colours, those kinds of things. And it just gives me the chance to give it a go with those. And I'll send you some process shots as well as I do that. So you get complete autonomy on what your cake looks like. I normally ask for the balance of your cake to 4 weeks before the date. So if you're getting married at the end of April, normally it'll be the beginning of April that I would ask for the final balance. And that just means that I'm doubly sure that I can get hold of all the ingredients that I need to make your cake. And it will also include kind of setup and travel to your venue and those kinds of things. That which are included in the price. And that means that, you know, I am the person who will set your cake up on the day. A little bit of a control freak on that side. But I want your cake to be as perfect as it possibly can be. It's kind of a bit of a holy trinity of 3 things that people will remember the most of your wedding day, and they are the dress, the flowers, and the cake. So if I can kind of have complete control on that and take that out of your hands so you don't need to stress about it, that's what I'm going to do. You leave that one with me, and you know, we know that it'll be perfect. But if you want additional samples, additional photo shots of process as we go along, that's absolutely fine as well. I know it must be completely so stressful booking a wedding and making sure that everything kind of runs to the right time frame and making sure everything's in place. And you know, if I can help you out with that, then that's what I'm here for. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me. So if you're interested, then please ping me an email. I will pop my email address into the chat when I'm finished. And please follow me on social media. So I'm on Instagram as Miss Helen's Bakes. I'm on Facebook as Miss Helen's Bakes. And my website again is misshelensbakes.com. There's plenty of kind of pictures on there for you to have a little look at what I do, loads of examples of my work, and also the kind of inquiry forms. So if you are interested, please get in touch either through my website or by pinging me an email. And I'm really, really looking forward to chatting more about my absolute favourite subject, which is cake. I mean, what could be better? So huge amounts of luck with planning your wedding, and congratulations, guys. and I'm so looking forward to chatting more to you and making your perfect cake a reality. So enjoy the rest of your day.
That was Miss Helen's Bakes. Such an informative presentation there. Really, really well laid out. Fantastic. Thank you so much indeed for that clip. It's a little check-in now from the Wedding Fayre's Yorkshire team. So yes, as always, he's sat messing around. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's of an age now where his knee hurts that much. So he doesn't get up too quickly to do anything. So we'll just... Oh, he's really milking it today.
Starting for time.
Oh. Do you know, I thought every week, you're right.
Stuck it.
It's all right, isn't it?
I thought I'd come casual today.
I could see that. Every week we come on here and we kind of fill 20 minutes, but I think, the suppliers might know what we do, but the brides and grooms don't, do they?
No.
So should we tell them a little bit about who we are, what we do?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So prior to COVID, we organised 75 wedding fairs every year, didn't we? And that ranged from kind of small boutique venues, local shows, right up to some of the largest event spaces in the north, like the Royal Armouries, the Metrodome, the John Smith Stadium.
Yeah.
But what are the differences for these guys? What will they find in between the two?
Well, the local shows tend to be at venues, hotels, and it's basically a way to showcase the venue in the venue space.
Yeah.
So it is more intimate. They get time to talk to the suppliers. The couples get a chance to really kind of delve, look a deep dive into the information, get all the answers that they need. And at the same time, they get a chance to speak to the venues team there as well. Whereas on the bigger shows, they tend to be like massive events. So it's very busy, not so much time to talk to each individual supplier. And there's generally a wide variety of venues at these big events as well, and the catwalk show and competitions. So they're more of a showcase for the wedding industry, bits and bobs of everything, stuff going on the catwalk, people walking around doing stuff. That's an entertainment type thing as well. Whereas the local shows are a bit more intimate, but again, a great selection of different wedding suppliers, and entertainment. But that is more about serious people that are interested in that venue, interested in them particular suppliers. So,
normally, I think as well at some of the venues, that the local shows as well, there tends to be a space set up which gives the brides and grooms an idea of what a venue can do for a wedding, or what the suppliers can do for weddings as well. So it's a little area that's dressed up where you can actually go in and have a look at a display. Typically they're set up for the breakfast, which is like your round tables, all decorated with centerpieces. Or was the ceremony setup, where you get the aisle, the chairs on either side, and then however the altar wants to look, if you like. But yeah, those are the two kind of biggest differences, really. Like you said, there's almost like an exhibition for the industry as a whole, the big wedding shows. There's always a catwalk. We get Paul down, don't we?
It's good. It's good for part of your wedding journey to go to a big show to get a broad idea of what's out there.
Yeah.
And then when you're wanting to kind of really narrow down that, then find out where your suppliers are showcasing and then go to those ones, and you get to speak to them face to face, if you know what I mean. Or if there's a particular venue that you're interested in that you've seen at a big show, then book onto their wedding show as well, so then you get to see their venue set up. So it's about chunking down that information. The big show is when you just got engaged, or you're just looking for ideas.
You've seen what's what.
Exactly. And the local shows are when you're actually like, I want more information, I'm a bit more serious, I want to spend a bit more time talking to the suppliers, talking to the photographer, talking to the venue. So that makes that more in depth.
Yeah, definitely. We do things quite differently as well when we set off doing these. Coming up to 10 years ago now, isn't it? We did kind of make sure that I did have hair, a full head of hair. Thank you very much. We made sure that we kind of set ourselves aside from other wedding fairs that were out there. A lot of other wedding fair organisers went to go for the easier sales, if they like, and kind of filled their shows with certain types of suppliers. Whereas we wanted a kind of dynamic show that showcased a little bit of everything. Because I think a discerning couple, I think that's a good way of putting it, is people they've been to weddings however many times in the past, they want something different, they want something unusual. So we try and kind of inject that into every show as well.
Absolutely. And by the fact of you know, we don't charge people to come to the big shows.
Yeah.
Because it's about, you know, I'm a big believer. If I'm going to go spend my money, then I don't want to spend money to go spend money, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it creates for a great atmosphere as well. We don't do shell scheme at the big shows, which reduces the cost for the suppliers. So it means we can get the more boutique type supplier, the more independent kind of crafty maker. You can get a good selection of stuff there as well.
Less of the high street, more of the independent creator at some of the shows.
And still some big names there as well.
Of course,
you know, but it gives us that variety and that choice. Otherwise, you just end up with 27 photographers, 27 bridal shops, and then venues and not much else. Whereas it's nice to get people that do, you know, garters, ring cushions, caricatures. Yeah,
the really personalised, bespoke stuff.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that stuff really makes the difference, not just at shows, but at weddings as well. You know what I mean? It's the more kind of the more you can make it your own. That it's your day, and that's what I think a lot of people are looking for at the moment.
Yeah, and it's good to go to as many shows as possible because, from my experience in speaking to couples over the years, the worst thing they can do is kind of go to maybe 1 or 2 wedding fairs. You get a list of everything they want for the wedding, they get it all sorted, and they've still got 2 years left to plan it. And then they go to another wedding fair, and then all of a sudden they go, "Oh, I never know I needed a unicorn-coloured rhinoceros to walk down the island, and I didn't know we needed banjo players and trapeze acts and all these different things that you find afterwards that you go, "Oh, I didn't know that was available." So it's always good to kind of go to as many shows as possible. Yeah,
get a thorough list and know exactly what you're after, and then you kind of control that spend, I think, don't you, as well, which is important.
And I don't think ever in the history of wedding fairs, both real and virtual, has a unicorn-coloured rhinoceros.
I did wonder what your inspiration was for that.
I have no idea. I've not got my glasses on. I can't see your screen, so I've got makeup to go along.
Oh, well, there we go. That's definitely made up. A unicorn rhinoceros. Yeah. I mean, we do have some really good incentives for couples to come to the shows. And honestly, there's free entry at all of them.
Free entry.
Generally, 99.9% is free parking. There's one show, I think, where we don't offer free parking.
That's because of its location. It's a great location.
It's phenomenal.
And we don't charge ticket price for that as well. So the money you save when you ticket price, you can pay towards parking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's also a goodie bag as well, isn't there?
Goodie bag.
And then we do run we run it 3 times a year at the moment, and it is a really unique competition.
Yeah.
The Christian Louboutin Diamante bridal shoes. We give away every time. It gets me. So to register to be with a chance of winning these, you've got to attend either one of the local shows or a virtual show and register for a ticket for the event.
If you've pre-registered for the event, which you have to do for all the events, both virtual and physical, if you pre-registered, you get put into our database, which means we email you every week.
It's true, yeah.
But that is the list of where we pick people from.
Yeah.
So the more virtual shows you go to, the more physical shows you go to, the more entries you get into that prize draw. And the competition's got better this year.
Has it?
Yes.
How so?
It's not official yet, but I've had a couple of WhatsApp messages, and I believe there is a menswear company that is going to give away not a suit.
Right.
We're going to give away a bespoke, made-to-measure suit at all the big shows.
At all the big shows?
At all the big shows. And Alton Hall.
That's pretty staggering, to be fair.
It is staggering.
I don't know who it is, because that's news to me. Is that
if they're watching now, they've just spat the tea out.
You're committed now.
Exactly.
But they're not cheap.
Oh, not cheap at all. And it's a very it's a very well-respected gentleman's tailors,
right?
High end, because do you know what? Weddings, there's a big emphasis on the dress for the bride.
Yeah.
And I always think, do you know what? This is the time that a guy should get a bespoke suit. Do you know what I mean? It's not often you do that, but there's something about having a bespoke suit. He says wearing a hoodie with a t-shirt.
I think I've seen that movement in the last couple of years. There's also that element of the groom looking and feeling the best that it can do. There's a lot of grooming for the men out there.
Yes.
So that probably came out a little bit wrong, but you know what I mean. It's like the guys need to look and feel great as well.
Yes.
And there's a big push towards that. So that's
absolutely.
So Alton Hall and the 3 big shows we can expect to win unofficially. a bespoke suit.
I say handmade, a made-to-measure
Made-to-measure.
gentleman's suit.
That's phenomenal.
Yes, that is
Wow.
good.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm going to shoot over there and
go
get
for
ready
it.
for the next one.
Yeah, thank
Enjoy.
you very much. Yeah, there you go. So all of our shows, as I said, are free entry. To get a ticket to any of these, you go to forbrides.co.uk. Have we got time for a run through the venues?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, what time are we on? Yes, we have, yes.
Okay.
Rachel Barrett says she's excited.
Rachel, we're excited as well. We can't wait to get back out. We love these virtual shows, but nothing beats real physical events for an events company, as you can imagine. So we kick off with physical shows again on the 23rd of May. Our first show out there. I'm not going to tell you too much about it because we've got a little promo reel towards the end of today's show, giving that one a plug. But the Spicer Manor is our first venue of this season. This show has been in the diary for probably 2 years now. There was a year lead time, give or take, when we initially met with them. Then COVID came in, so we kind of can't wait to get this one under our belt. It's an exclusive use venue. Okay, there's accommodation on site for 34 guests. It includes its own private cinema, its own private games room. This place could not be more luxury. Okay.
While she's there, I've got some images.
Oh, we'll quickly go through these images then. I don't know what images you might have. So
give me a second. What I'll do is I'll shout them out to you.
Sounds like fun.
In the coach house.
The coach house. So this was originally supposed to be a swimming pool when they built it, but I think they've kind of gone over. They've filled the floor in, and it's now a space. They're going to hold ceremonies in here and receptions and such. Probably get 80 people. Don't quote me on that because I don't know the numbers, but it feels like you could probably get 80 people in there comfortably.
I think
100 people.
There's a nice image there of the table set up for a breakfast.
So yeah, there's a fantastic venue styling company that they use to kind of tart the space up and make the place look even prettier. But yeah, I think they've got like a projector screen built in there and all sorts of stuff. This place, it's like purpose built for kind of hosting really special events. What picture we got?
We've got one on the top table and the glass window.
So is that the really long dining table?
Yes, with a big hoop in the background.
Yeah, so again, I think that is a dining table for 34 people. It is incredible, this place, and I can't see the hoop, but I think I know what we're on about. Did they call it a moon gate?
Yes.
There you go. See, a moon gate somewhere in this picture. But I think one of the unique things about this place is, when we went through the tour, the owner was kind of pointing out different things to us. I can't remember off the top of my head, like it was said 2 years ago, but all the ironworks were done by the same guy that looks after all the ironworks in Buckingham Palace. Each of the bathrooms, if you go to a hotel or a majority of venues, every bathroom is done the same style, the same fit, same stuff. This one, it's all individual. So there's no two bathrooms, no two tiles in this entire place are the same. It's just, you cannot really get higher end than this. The video later on, I think there's a combination between some kind of videography footage that was done throughout the venue, some drone footage so you can see the setting that it's in. And things like that. But we're going down there on the 23rd of May. Like we said, we cannot wait for this one. It's the first one. I think in there, their in-house caterer, Andrew Bradley, if you're local to Huddersfield particularly, you might know who he is, used to have Bradley's. He's the in-house caterer, and he's going to be kind of dishing up some food samples. And then not like a typical tabletop wedding fair where you might walk around one big room and see a few different suppliers. These suppliers are going to be set in different rooms throughout the house, and it's not so much here's a table to dress, it's going to be like here's a space, do what you do in the space. So it's very different for us, it's very different for the venue. It's the first one they've done, and we can't wait for that one. So forbrides.co.uk to register for your tickets, and that gets you a chance of winning the Louboutins, which we give away the next big winning show 3rd of October. Is our next supplier ready, or shall I quickly run through these shows?
Quickly run through the shows. She's not here yet.
Okay. So that was the 23rd of May, Spicer Manor. 6th of June, we are at Kenwood Hall in Sheffield. Emma does a fantastic job of looking after us there. It's a Mercure hotel, so they've got, a certain standard. Quite unique in the sense that you can have more you can have a choice when you get married there of a traditional or a modern wedding space to get married in. These guys have got a Laura Ashley tea room on site as well. So if you ever want to pop down there, you can treat yourself to a Laura Ashley afternoon tea. Do check when it's open. I realise I've just said that and it might not be open as yet. 13th of June, Wortley Hall in Sheffield. What a stunning place this is. The grounds are fantastic. If you're looking for somewhere with a really kind of big open field and luxury kind of gardens, then this is the place for you. Quite unique again. They've got a really kind of old traditional style dining room, stained glass ceiling, oak panelled walls, and then a ballroom round at the far end. You get the choice of 2 when you get married there. But a fantastic venue, really, really good weddings team, and yeah, just a great place, a good feeling to that place. 30th of June, Musborough Hall. Tia, I think at the moment, is the wedding coordinator there. Again, another venue where you can have more a traditional or a modern kind of side to your wedding. You've got the original kind of manor house, and then there's a more modern kind of building a little bit further down the property for that one. Again, fantastic venue, really good show. 13th of June again, Hollins Hall, so Bradford, Baildon more particularly. Tanya is the wedding coordinator there. She's done the job for years. We love working with her. Again, really, really good show, a nice venue. They've got a golf club on site as well, spa. There's basically everything you could need all in one place. Really, really good venue. Alton Hall, arguably one of the nicer venues in the north. Again, stunning grounds, golf course on site. Caroline, the wedding coordinator there, has been doing it for years. She knows the place like the back of her hand. Phenomenal service, phenomenal weddings. 20th of June, back to South Yorkshire for the Doubletree Sheffield Park. Megan, the wedding coordinator there, again, fantastic. Starbucks on site. Marco Pierre White restaurant on site. Fantastic venue. If you're looking for somewhere that can cater for larger weddings, I think they can get up to 300 in their ballroom, and they've got some other spaces there as well. And then I think we've got the last one in June, which I'll leave it there, is Tankersley Manor. Kirsty and the wedding teams are going to be opening up their 2 different wedding spaces, one more suited for smaller weddings, other suited for quite larger ones. Again, I think you can get 300 in their Tankersley suite. A couple of different spaces dressed by their in-house venue styling companies as well. And again, all those shows are free entry. You also get in the competition for the Christian Louboutin bridal shoes. And you can get all your tickets at forbryans.co.uk. Check out our website for a most up-to-date list of what we've got going on. And I think we are ready for Katrina's Bespoke Cakes. So guys, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of the show. We'll check in with you in about an hour's time. See you in a bit.
Hello everybody, happy Easter. I don't know if everyone's been watching all the way through, but all the suppliers have been so good this morning. I feel like I feel a bit nervous today, it's a bit strange. Yes, so I'm Katrina from Katrina's Bespoke Cakes. We are based, so I don't know why I say we, me. I'm based in Barnsley. So I cover generally all of the local areas, so Rotherham, Doncaster, Sheffield, and then a little bit further afield like Leeds, York. We've got some York next year, and like North Derbyshire. But if you're not getting married in those places that I mentioned, that's absolutely fine. I think just one thing to consider with when you're booking any supplier, I suppose, is that if you're further afield than they are, or they cover, that obviously the price increases for the delivery and setup. Anyway, yeah, so I just I want to show you the kind of cakes that I do. I try to do tall, white, quite simplistic cakes, really. I don't know if you can see the ones up behind me. I'll just tilt this down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so these are just 3 of the dummy cakes that I've got. So when you come for the consultations, either here or virtually, we'll go through a few of the designs, like as I'm talking today, like you thought about something like this or this kind of style. So these just are 3 that I've chosen today that I think show exactly what my kind of style is. So saying like tall tiers, so my standard cake tier is 6 inches tall. Sharp edges, lots of sugar flowers, lots of kind of tiny details. I don't know if you can see it in this one, but it might be quite hard to see on there. The stencil in white royal icing. So it's kind of there but not there. So it's not like loads of in your face kind of. I know this. So this was for a shoot that I did on Monday for a venue in Rotherham. I think they're just starting to do weddings, and the theme was purple, and like loads of tartan and things. So because of my style, I can't imagine much tartan in there with like the kind of things that I do. So I brought the purple in with, I think it does look very blue on there. Yeah, it's like watercolor, like ink. Like, do you know when you put like ink in water and it kind of like fades out? That's the kind of the effect on there with some silver leaf. Yeah, and then if you're not a fan of the sugar flowers, then we could go something maybe like appliques. Is that appliques? We'll go with that as a saying. Is that what you say? Sorry, or maybe dried flowers or no flowers at all. Yeah, so these are kind of my style: tall, simplistic, minimal detail, without being like totally in your face. So if you were wanting a cake that maybe is a little bit more, maybe more unique to you, I suppose, in terms of it having like little characters on there and things like that. Yeah, maybe it could be the future John. Just full 3 tiers in tartan, maybe. Yeah, so if you want something a bit more novelty, then you would go to someone who does more novelty cakes. So I think that's another good tip when you're picking a supplier is have a look at their previous work and see if the style of work that they do is the style of cake that you want or the style of photography that you want, that kind of thing. So I'm slowly updating my website now. So in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing some branding shoots with Charlotte Elizabeth Photography. So there'll be sort of a few changes happening, a few different colour changes, and a few other details on the website that I'm hoping is going to help you through the process of booking. So for now, if you go onto the website, there is a booking guide under weddings. So under the weddings tab, there's at katrinasbespokecakes.com. There's a booking guide which is like a step-by-step process of what happens when you'll come and see me, or virtually at the moment, when you'll get cake samples, which is obviously the most important part, and then the paying process and things like that. So you'll know exactly when you book. So my booking is 50% £50 booking fee, which is like saves your date, which means I am going to be making your cake and I keep that free for you. Then we go through the design process and give you more in-depth quotes, and then yeah, you eat cake, you pick the flavours, and then you pay a little bit 3 months before, and then 1 month before, and then the cake's there. So right at the beginning, you know exactly what's going to happen and exactly what cake you're going to get on the day as well. There's going to be no surprises. So have a look on there. There's also a services tab which has starting prices for different cakes, which I'll go through in a moment. Examples of different favours that I do as well. And then there's a terms and conditions, which is very important. But there's also a menus tab that has all of my most ordered flavours. So these aren't like end all, be all end all kind of flavours. If we can mix and match different things, so if you maybe wanted, so I do a chocolate salted caramel, maybe you wanted a vanilla with salted caramel. Maybe you want something completely different. I have a couple next year. They're having quite a summery afternoon tea wedding. So they have asked me to make loads of summery flavours for them. So they're having a bespoke cake tasting. So that's something else we can do as well. So if you know that you want loads of crazy flavours, then just get in touch. I am more than happy to make new cake recipes. That's absolutely fine. So I think the process of you, like as you're going through the process of booking everything for your wedding, I would generally say book your venue first. Maybe get some kind of idea of your colours. So maybe even have bridesmaid dresses, or at least you know what colour, and maybe know what flowers you're getting, because all these little aspects all help while we are designing the cake. So it could be that maybe you're getting married in a barn and want something that's a little bit more rustic, maybe you could go semi-naked cake, but you won't know that until you book the venue. So maybe you're getting married in a hotel, you want something that's quite simplistic, or completely opposite and just really opulent. Again, you won't know until you've booked your venue. And then those colours, like with this one that we've brought the purple in, and the mustard in the ribbon, when we know your colour scheme, then we can start bringing those parts in as well. So all those little aspects, although they're not like, we can start designing the cake without those and can just alter those later on. They will definitely help us while we're designing the cake. Even things like bits of ribbon, or patterns in the bride's dress, we could bring some of those patterns in as well. We can get stencils made that match the design of the lace, so we can literally match it to the cake. So something like that we could bring in. We'll go back to the flavours. So for cake flavours, the ones that I'm putting in the boxes at the moment, which I think are going to alter. I think I might do some seasonal variations. But currently there is chocolate and salted caramel, cherry bakewell, raspberry white chocolate, vanilla, red velvet, and lemon is the last one. I also offer gluten-free flavours and vegan flavours. So if you need any of those and you want to try some, even if it's just that maybe you want some cupcakes for... Yeah, exactly. Mood boards, bloody hell, I can't speak today. Mood boards are definitely a big help when we start designing the cake. If you've got a Pinterest account, if you haven't, you need one, because it's just the best thing ever for planning a wedding. Just stick loads of different things. It could just be the smallest little, like, I don't know, like the shape of something that can really, like, oh yeah, I could do that in, like, I don't know, some kind of icing flowing down the cake or something. So even the smallest things could mean something to me as the cake designer. So just save everything, get it all in there. Then when we sit down, or when we're over Zoom, because you can share screens, you can just show me everything. And then we can just go from there for designing. So back to the vegan. So if you've got someone that's vegan or gluten intolerant or any other allergens at the wedding, we can either make some cupcakes that match the cake. Well, we've got three options. You can either say tough luck, which some people do. Some people just get cupcakes that match the cake, or like some of the cake flavours. Maybe bring some of the design down there, maybe little sugar flowers and things like that on there. Or we can even have one of the tiers. So maybe like the smallest tier, we could make that the allergen or dietary requirement tier. And then in the tasting box, if you just ask, I can add in gluten-free and vegan flavours for you to try as well. So I think I went through the process of booking. So the way you can get in touch with me, I think the website is just the best place to go to, really, because you can see my past cakes and all the little details I've been talking about. Thank you very much for putting up the address. There's also a contact page on there, so you can fill in your details, your contact details, the date of your wedding, so I can easily check if I have availability before we go any further. And then there's a box for you to put in as much detail as possible. So the things that I would need from you are how many guests. Even if it's just a rough guess, then we can say you need a 3-tier, you need a 4-tier, that kind of thing, and any other design ideas that you've got. So on the pricing, I'm just going to give you a little rough guide because I'm conscious that I'm blabbering. So I've kind of split this up on my website now. So there's a buttercream starting prices and fondant starting prices. So I'll just kind of do a little mixture of the two. So for a 2-tier buttercream cake to feed 60 people has a starting price of $215. A 2-tier fondant cake to feed 60 people has a starting price of $245. 3-tier to feed 95 and buttercream has a starting price of $275. 3-tier fondant cake to feed 95 people has a starting price of $310. There's also 4 tiers, and then there's some average prices. So average 3-tier buttercream cake would be around £375. So this, well, the average 3-tier fondant cake is £450. So these would be, the pricing just completely depends on the decoration that we put on the cake. Obviously, the more elaborate the decoration, the more sugar flowers, because they increase the price quite a bit, just because, I don't know if you can't really see these on here, every single petal is cut out and shaped and laid on. They take a long time to make. The sugar flowers I can make any sugar flowers really. So when you know that's why I'm saying that having your bouquet ready. If you know what kind of flowers are going to be in your bouquet, we can match the flowers on the cake to that as well. So I'm not going to talk about COVID today. I think we're, fingers crossed, coming out the other side. But if you do need to cancel your wedding, postpone it because of COVID, there's a section in my terms and conditions that says that we can move it, and that's free of charge. So I've got like 2 minutes left, so I'm going to share my screen to show you a few pictures so you can see the kind of style that I do, and a few different styles as well. So some of the buttercream cakes, which obviously I can't have behind me because I don't want to make a buttercream cake every week. 3-tier buttercream cake every time we do a fair. It's just going to be a pain, isn't it? So let me just grab this. Did I close it? Oh, there we go. Open this up and then I will share my screen. There we go. I believe that is working. There we go. Yeah, so these are just a few examples of shrink cakes. So obviously this one's behind me. Sorry, I don't have to make it. Don't want to make it too big and then lose me. There we go. Yes, so this is the cake that's behind me. I just wanted to show you a little bit more so you can see. Did I just do that? Oh. Yes, so there's a few of the details. So I think you can see on this one, this tier has loads of texture in there as well. So even if it's plain white, we can still put a lot of detail in there. That's, like I said, not in your face detail, but if when you get up close, you can see everything. So just kind of make it a bit more interesting rather than just plain tiers, really. Dried flowers, I think, are going to be a massive one for the next couple of years. And if you haven't looked already and you want to get lots of colour in your cake, or even a specific colour, I would guide you towards some of the pressed flowers. Edible petals at the moment, they're just starting to come through in a lot of the. So Australia usually get everything first. Obviously, they get some before we do, and a lot of dry flowers still, but a lot of edible petals coming in. I think it's just a really nice way of getting lots of colour in there without having loads and loads of decoration. So have a look, even on the favours. I'm getting married myself this year, and I'm looking at making some little cake pops with edible flowers on. They just look beautiful. So favours. Also on my website, there's a list of all of those different things that I can make. But if there's something you want that's not on there, that's absolutely fine also. So buttercream cakes, a lot of texture, like I was saying, and then we can have loads of real flowers on there as well to bring the colour in. If you don't want any like actual flowers on there, we could do this with like press out flowers. I just gonna skip through a few. So yeah, loads of flowers. This is my kind of style cake. The teacup on there was made of sugar as well. So I'll just skip through a few, and I'd get to. So when we go through the design process, these are the kind of cakes designs that you would get. So it might be that you've only got 1 or 2 on your page, or 4. It just depends how clear you are on the design and what ideas you have already. Yeah, so we could just be completely, like, some people just come to me and say, I've got all of these ideas. So we can play with a few different ones and then take aspects from each of those. So I think that's my time up. So I won't keep you any longer. Let the next people come along. So thank you very much, everybody. Go across our website to do the contact form, or you can do through Facebook or Instagram. I'm on all of them anyway, so it might take me a little time to get back. It depends how busy I am, but usually within 24 hours I'll be back to you. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, I'm Sharon from Down to Earth Florist in Batley. I've been a florist for 35 years and in the shop we do silk, fresh and dry flowers, which are now coming back on trend. Today I am going to show you some designs that we do, just a small selection. In 15 minutes you can't show everything we do. If there's any questions, please message me on Facebook, on email. At the very first start, I do need to know what date your wedding is on, just to check availability for you, and then we'll go through from there, if that's okay. So today I am going to show you a few things in silk. At the moment of speaking to you, the prices of flowers are quite high at the moment. One, Brexit. Two, the flower farmers are obviously to recoup some of their costs from last year. So today's silk flowers that can be done in fresh. So first thing I need to show you is the bride's bouquet. This one is a shower bouquet or teardrop. They used to call it in olden days a princess bouquet, but we like to call it a shower bouquet or a teardrop bouquet. And it's held like this. And as you can see, this is quite a dark one we did for a photo shoot with Wedding Fayre Yorkshire late last year for a Halloween one. So this one is silk, and the handle is actually finished as well to complement the flowers. This one would be suitable for obviously pink with pink bridesmaids. Again, you need to think about what size shower bouquet or posy you need to go with your wedding dress. Your wedding dress is probably the first purchase before the flowers, so your wedding bridal dress people will actually advise. If you've got a very slim fitting dress, don't go for something really big that takes over any design on there, because obviously you've paid for that in your dress and you want to show it off. If you prefer to go for a posy, this is the round design. This one's a loose one but can be solid, with a variety of flowers of your choice. Try and always think seasonal when thinking fresh, because that will keep your costs down, which your florist will advise you on that. Again, this handle is done with lace and pearls, which would go with a wedding dress with lace and pearls on, and could also you could also use your posy for your adult bridesmaids, because obviously you don't want them with big bouquets, because you are the main person of that day along with your groom. Just to show you a mock-up of a mixed pink bouquet, this would be the bridal bouquet, and then along with your bridesmaids, a smaller bridesmaid. For bridesmaid, I'd say a bridesmaid needs to be either that or slightly bigger, but maybe no bigger than that one. As I said, they are your bridesmaids, so you just need to think about size, what they're wearing, etc. For younger bridesmaids and flower girls, we have the petal basket, which can be filled with fresh petals or silk petals. We also have pomanders, again silk or fresh. A flower girl, I'd say by about the age of 9, they're probably wanting to go a bit more adult, so maybe a small posy. You may still get away. The pomander probably up to the age of 6, to be honest. For adult bridesmaids and the smaller bridesmaids is the snappy band, which just snaps round, very comfy, one size fits all, takes off easily. And if you do it in silk, it can be used as a tie back, upcycling at its best. You also have the bracelets. Mums could have these, you see, and these have flowers on them in fresher silk. Bit more expensive, but classy. For again, going back to smaller flower girls, we have wands. These are just 3 designs that you could have, and the star also comes in a heart. Just as I say, your designs are endless, so obviously they're all made from scratch to suit your colour scheme and theme. Going on to buttonholes, we have the traditional rose buttonhole. This is obviously done in silk, but it can again be done in fresh. And then mum's corsages, which are them, or you could have something like that for your groom that goes with your bouquet. Also for mums, we have the handbag spray, which allows them still to use the handbag, but the flowers are on the bag rather than their outfit, especially if their outfit is silk. You can fasten buttonholes on with magnets, but if you've got a pacemaker, it's not advisable because it does affect it. Also with buttonholes, people are getting more interested in dried flowers. So we have dried flowers, and then also there's the bespoke buttonhole, which, bless him, Grant actually sent me a gun case, and I put some feathers in there with some silk things just to show you what can be done. We had a beach theme, which buttonholes were then done in shells. We also have rustic rings and mum's brooches. These were designed for an actual groom that was really interested in the flowers and really wanted to get hands-on with it. And then if you hire your suit from a hire place, sometimes they do not want you to pin into the suits, which is understandable. So this is what they class as a pocket square, and the pocket square just slips in to your top pocket, just to give you an idea, and you don't have to pin, and it's just something a bit more novel. Again, can be done in silk and fresh flowers. So there's quite a bountiful ideas of things you can do with flowers. The flowers, I'm biased, but after the dress, etc., are the most photographed things on the day. We do a variety of head wear. So there's your headdresses, your combs, and your Alice bands. So just get in touch, send a message. I can send you other ideas. So of everything. Yeah, again, it's pointing to the hoop. I forgot about the hoop, which is another thing for the bridesmaids. Just something different, a bit rustic. We also have a variety of things you can hire. Glassware, the cake hoop, which you can see now, can be used as a cake hoop or a table plan, and can be covered, can be sprayed gold, silver, have flowers at the bottom, the cake at the bottom. Just anything's possible, really. To go with that, if it just pans over quickly, is the rustic ring table centre. So this would go with your hoop. We also have copperware stands, and going upwards is the candelabra to go with the copper pipe. So if you decide to go with those, please do not buy anything until you see if I've got it already. I have a variety of glassware, as you can see. This is a bit of a small selection. We have log lights, a selection of logs and heart logs that you can actually hire out, vases, tea lights, holders, glass mirrors. even, you know, like a glass cube if you wanted a more modern look. If they're, again, think about your venue. If it's a barn, you maybe a bit more rustic. If it's a bit more cosmopolitan, more glassware. We also obviously have the bird cages. Anything is possible depending on your imagination. Up there we have the post box, what we hire out. It's just that one at the moment because there's a lot of designs that you could have. Going along the top is the cylinder vases, which can be put on a posy pad with flowers around them, floating candles. We've got the little bird cages. We've got a variety of crates and containers and table holders, number holders. It's endless, basically. If you decide that you've found a vase you like anywhere or anything like that, then we can work with that. For instance, this is a vase. Oh, today we put silk flowers in it, but then you could give it away. If you bought the bottom, then you could give it away as a gift for grandma, etc. at the end of the night. And everybody likes to go home with a freebie. Or you can also, it's just do little hat boxes and have them on the table. This is a silk one again, but obviously it's in lilac and pink colours, and can be done in silk or fresh flowers because it's got a liner in it. Again, can be given as a thank you at the end of the night. Just for a quick fix on your table, if it's a rectangular table, you could have 3 or 4, depending on the length, with foliage going through these little mini daffodils. Again, you could give them away at the end of the night as little gifts. We also do cake flowers. Today I've only got the silk, and that will go on the top of the cake. But if you need any pictures, please ask after checking availability. We have a variety, as you can see, of silk flowers of every colour possible. We hire out the silk trees. We've got about 8 of those. We can work with event stylists using their tableware if you need fresh flowers on them. You usually find event stylists have already got the silk flowers, but maybe they don't do fresh flowers. I am quite happy to work with anybody, the venue, the event stylists, and it's always exciting. We also have this table plan that we hire out. We have a couple of different table plans. This one is our rustic one, and the autumnal look around it can be changed to a more summery look. So the table plan would go with our welcome sign, which is today has got the same colour scheme on. They both have their own easels, so for ease, we would hire them out, we would take them, we would pick them up. So if you need to get in touch and you need a florist, please either ring 01924 474 359, get in touch on Facebook at Down to Earth Florist, or email us on flowers@downtoearthflorist.co.uk. I'm quite happy to, if you send me pictures, quite happy to give you quotes on things like that. So with no further ado, I will say goodbye and say thank you to my hubby for being my cameraman. Thank you to Wedding Fayres Yorkshire for giving us this opportunity. Have a good day. Thank you.
I presume we are online.
Yeah, I guess so. Hi there, my name is Prashant.
And my name is Agnieszka, and we are Story in Frames.
And we come from film background, making cinema, television programs, and commercials. But we are starting this summer with a special thing called wedding films, and slightly different from wedding videos as such, because we are shooting on Super 8 films, and even Super 16 for that matter. And we want to capture your great day in a documentary cinematic style and condense the whole thing in few minutes, depending on the package you have.
What is our strength? Maybe we will say it's not very maybe well to speak in the best words about ourselves, but our strength is Prashant. He was not only cameraman in many feature movies, but he also was director of photography, which means that really he's very good. He has shot quite a few feature movies. Some of them were on the shown on the film festivals. So really, believe me, he's guarantor of very good film, like real good quality film from your wedding. And also, you can find all this information about Prashant and about me, about us, with a showreel of his work, with some trailers from his movies on our website, which is Story in Frames. It's one word, storyinframes.com. I would like to say that because it's not so maybe well seen if we are talking so well about ourselves, there is letter of recommendation from for Prashant from producer of movie which maybe you have seen, which is called Robin Hood and Prince of Thieves. So it means that
John Watson's
yes,
letter
John
of
Watson.
recommendation.
Yes.
For a film I did for University of Southern California way back in 2008 or 9. And well, these are a little bit commercial aspect of my work, but I love celluloid, I love film, and the love for film has brought me to the wedding films. In commercial parlance, you could say you would to deviate a little bit from other mainstream advertising, broadcasting work. It's a love of film that takes me to wedding films. And why Super 8? I will tell you. We can shoot a video, we can make a 4-hour video.
On digital.
On digital, and perhaps it may not, you cannot retain the interest of many viewers for that long. We don't have attention span like that in today's world. Today's fast, digitally connected world, we do not have attention span to watch something that long.
And anyway, what for you need 4 or 2 hours or even 1 hour of the movie, which actually hasn't got story there, hasn't got a certain drama, emotions, because it's probably your biggest day so far, full of emotions. And we can condense everything what happened in this day to really properly edited movie, which
Yes.
will have a story from the beginning to the end, which will show your preparations, your emotions, your feelings about this day.
We can cover your great day, like the most important day in your life, which you have been looking forward to, and we can shoot the most important things, the important elements of the day, extract them and edit them in few minutes. And we can add music, royalty-free music, or if you have music or a band which you know for which you have rights to or access to, we can use that. Or if you want something that you want us to procure, we will run around and get that for you. And we'll make it in like 4 to 6 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, 9 to 10 minutes, depending on what package you want. And if you go on my site, storyinframes.com, there is a page dedicated to wedding films. And you will see there we have enumerated why Super 8 looks good, because of not just the nostalgia factor. There is a reason why such a small negative. You could say, hey, why not shoot 35 mm proper motion picture gear? No. The thing why we gravitate towards Super 8, or even for that matter, intermediary level Super 16, is about the gritty, grainy images where sometimes the black crushes and the highlights blow out, and its retro reversal film look uh, has a very deep psychological meaning. It frame to frame, every frame is not the same. The grains scatter, and what happens is, because of the moving nature of every frame, which is different in terms of distribution of these of the silver halide particles in this grain, your brain engages more into it to get the information, and sometimes more information is conveyed. I have attached links for you to read and peruse over in your comfortable time. And film is film is forever. You know, people have dug out Super 8 footages from 50s, 60s, 70s in the attic, and they still retain so much information. I don't think there are many digital formats which, or players, or so many aspects of it which are not compatible even 5 years down the line. Let's forget 50 years or 20 years, 30 years. And when we shoot this, we also give you the spool of the reel, but it belongs to you. Generally, in commercial aspects, we retain the right. We are not work for hire, but for just for weddings, we are giving away your footage for the day in negative, along with HD and 2K deliverables, and in other smaller sizes also, so that smaller resolution sizes also, so that you can share them on social media with your friends, and we can make a teaser for 45 to 60 seconds, so that you can upload them on your site, or on your Facebook, or on your other internet connections, and I'm telling you, it stands apart.
And let's don't forget, it's a COVID time. Although hopefully it will be better and better, nevertheless, it might be a situation that you are not able to invite so many guests as you wish to. You always can show them this very selective moments from
Yes,
your
I would like
from
to
your
say
day.
something. When you are like getting married in a proper ceremony, and you have a lot of guests, we have to be really on toast, not to be able to miss any moment and get the right thing. And uh, but if in case, because of situations demand that we don't know how in future, in coming weeks, things are going to be, but in case if you are just going for a private simple marriage ceremony, like registration, registrar's office, or just with your family only, uh, in fact, we can make out a better movie for you. Yes.
So don't worry.
So yeah, and we can do far more work, and far much better. In fact, because the pressure on us also will be a little less, and we can work, and we can get some lights, or if you don't have lighting arrangements from your wedding organizer, I mean, I'm just saying, we can pitch in and make something for you. And we have different packages, like we are starting with 4 to 6 minutes, and that is, we have reduced the price for £975, and the other is 10 to 12 minutes, and the price is about, I think, 1650.
Yes.
Yeah.
The full prices of packages are on our website.
Um,
We have promotional prices at this moment.
Please
So
understand that when we shoot Super 8, unlike video, because you are not having any consumables, you just use a chip, record the data, and do color grading, attach a music, and off you go. But in films, you have something tactile to hold in your hand. And that's the best part for many new generation in today's time. They haven't seen a tactile images in their hand. We are used to seeing things on mobile screens and laptops. So this is a good way to introduce. And I know Super 8 is making resurgence is because not people of my generation want to shoot film now. It's the younger generation that wants to see something, or re-explore, or That's why it is a resurgent. It is making a very strong comeback. There
You
has
say
been,
something?
yeah.
Let's not forget that it's really very big comeback of film, shooting on film in the professional big cinema with big budgets. 35 millimeters, 16, super 16 millimeters. Super 8, for instance, Kate Perry, she shot her last music video on Super 8. There is also, I can recommend you, if you would like to see how does it look like, have a look at Beyonce behind the scenes when she was doing shoot for Vogue. You will see what we are talking about. It's a unforgettable, completely different look than digital.
The advantage of Super 8 in today's time is in 70s, 80s, 60s, the film stock was not very advanced. You needed plenty of lights to shoot indoors. There were a lot of contrasty images. But today's time, with modern technology, the Kodak stocks have improved many folds. The amount of detail that you can see, the resolutions, pair of lines per millimeter that you can see is phenomenal. And their advanced grain technology and the Vision 3 stocks are just super. Whether you want to shoot it outside in a bright daylight, or you want to shoot indoors, we can do a lot. The film itself does a lot of work on its own.
We are prepared for any weather
and
interiors, outdoors, and we can really have a great film stocks, which
and they have a great look. They have a great inbuilt look in them, especially the new modern Kodak Ektachrome which has come out. And I suggest one should have a look of Kodak Ektachrome reversal stock. It's beautiful and very tight grains, very good for outdoors. And there are a variety of stocks. If you fancy that you want your wedding day shot in black and white, we can do that in black and white as well, and it looks good. So you have plenty of choice. You want to shoot a negative on reversals or black and white, we have options. Or if you want to mix and match, we can do that.
And our time is finishing slowly. So
all right, our time is finishing, and I say we can work around all budgets.
Yes.
And if you want something tailor-made, we can discuss. Just drop us an email on contact@storyinframes.com, and we can work something out for you. We are willing to travel anywhere in West Yorkshire.
And everything about Prashant you can find on our website, storyinframes.com, or on Instagram, for instance. So thank you very much for watching, and please give us a call. And we do believe that problems doesn't exist. If you worry about something, we will find solution.
Leave it to us. We will sort it out.
Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.
Guys, there we go. That was Stories in Frames. What a fantastic and unique thing for your big day Super 8, Super 16 film. I think it's just what a great family heirloom you could be making as part of your special day. Fantastic video. We've been in this industry for a long time. It takes quite a lot to kind of take us from the side. That was brilliant, really insightful, and yeah, what a great product. So now we have the footage from Spicer Manor. Spicer Manor, this is the footage, the venue we were talking about earlier. So you've got some videography, drone footage all sewn in, I think, with I think a bridal shop kind of talking about the venue and their experience there. So I won't spoil it for you. Here's the footage from Spicer Manor, and then I think we're following that with Kingston Jewellers.
Yeah, Kingston's going to be on a little bit earlier. 4:30.
They are. Kingston Jewellers were scheduled to be on at 2:30. We're running a little bit ahead, so they're going to be on a bit before 20 past 2, I think. So again, please stay tuned. That is our final supply of today, and I'll check in with you shortly after.
Hi and welcome to the stunning Coach House venue, which is a beautiful venue that is fully licensed for civil ceremonies, for wedding receptions and events up to 160 people. This stunning room is filled with romantic ambience. It has 5 big arched windows that are just perfect for your photography. Mixing original stonework with rustic yet modern interior, it is the perfect backdrop for any theme. The king trusses create stunning focal points for your ceremony or top table. This room can be made smaller by using a stunning curtain room divide to accommodate smaller weddings and events. Once your wedding ceremony has taken place, you will be escorted out to the drinks reception in the main house. In the orangery, or if the outdoor space is what you prefer, there are amazing patio spaces and paddocks around the main building for you and your guests to enjoy. Your evening reception has everything you need with a fully stocked licensed bar. The coach house has an amazing media and sound system installed, high-tech technology and flat-screen televisions for you to play videos or music during the speeches or into the evening. There is also plenty of space for your chosen entertainment, whether that is a DJ or live band, for you to dance the night away with your guests on the large wooden dance floor. The team here at the Coach House and Spicer Manor can accommodate many requests regarding you and your special day, so why not contact us with any queries about this amazing venue, and we will be more than happy to help. You will find more details on the website along with a directory of all of our friendly, local and talented suppliers for all of your needs. Thank you so much once again for allowing us to show you this venue to help you on the journey to your special day.
So there we go. That was quite focused on the coach house there. But I mean, I'm sure you'll agree it was a stunning place. I mean, I don't know. I think their first wedding is taking place, and they've had a few functions there over kind of the period they've been allowed to have been open. But unfortunately, there's been quite a lot of downtime for that venue, hasn't there? They were kind of looking forward to hitting the road running, and then COVID hit just the same as the rest of us, and they're looking forward to kind of getting their doors back open and hitting the ground running again. So yeah, that's the coach house. A good display of what they can do there. 23rd of May is that wedding fair. Next up, we do have Kingston's video. I think we are just about ready to roll.
And they are in the comments as well, Kingston.
And they're in the comments as well. Say hello, Sarah, whoever it is that's looking after.
She's there.
Fantastic. So yeah, guys, please do get in touch with them if you have any questions about this fantastic video.
Good afternoon, everybody. Are you getting married soon? Are you looking for your wedding rings? Are you looking for other suppliers to do with the wedding industry? Dresses, cakes? If so, please like Wedding Fayres Yorkshire Facebook page, and you will be able to come and visit the live virtual wedding fairs until we can start the new ones up. I'm going to turn this around so I can say hello to you personally. I'm Sarah, owner of Kingston Jewellers in Barnsley. We've been here 40 years, specialising in engagement and wedding rings, all sorts of jewellery, jewellery repairs. But obviously today I'm going to tell you a little bit about wedding rings and hopefully answer a few questions that you might have as well. You can contact me while the wedding fair is going on, and I can reply to any questions you might have. So that's the outside of our shop there, and you've got our address and contact details, or you can like our Facebook page, Kingston Jewellers Barnsley, and learn a lot more information there. Right, I'm going to tell you a little bit about gents' wedding rings, ladies' diamond wedding rings, including shaped wedding rings, and also the traditional wedding rings, which are the plain ones. But I think I'm going to start today with the diamond wedding rings for ladies. And what I'd say to you is ring and make an appointment on 01226 770 878. I have a few appointments already booked in, and we can give you our undivided attention. All these wedding rings are made bespoke for you, and if you have an engagement ring, please wear it when you come in, because obviously you need to see how it sits next to these beautiful wedding rings. And if you've got an unusual shaped one, we can help you there. We have plenty of shaped wedding rings. We make them in all metals, as you can see, in 9 and 18 carat, white, yellow or rose gold, palladium or platinum. And here's a few in yellow gold. It's nice to see the difference in the colour. And then the half eternity diamond ones do tend to be the most popular, especially when you've got a plain solitaire, which is your traditional engagement ring. And we've got them slightly wider ones there. It's nice to see all the different styles. And then some shaped. And then some more in yellow gold, some vintage at the top there. And then claw set down the bottom. That's a 1 carat 2 row down the bottom at $13.50. And then we've got it in white gold. And again, when they're made in platinum, they will look just like the white gold, obviously, but it'll be a slightly different metal. Platinum doesn't need re-whitening like white gold, but we do re-whitening. We do a lot of re-whitening, which is called rhodium plating. We charge £25, and it makes your ring looking like new. These new 3 row are new in, they're lovely. Bridal sets as well. You might not have your engagement ring. We have plenty of engagement rings in the store. Many have 30% off at the moment, so you could get your engagement ring and your wedding ring together if you wish. I'm going to go back to the main tray because these are our most popular ones. They're the channel set in all different widths. So this is the same style but in different widths, depending on what sort of thickness you want. So those ones were for the round brilliant cut stones, but you might have a square princess cut stone. So these are your square princess cut, so it can match your engagement ring. And then you've got the round baguette channel. So if you've got an emerald cut ring, these would go nice because you've got your baguette, which is like an emerald cut, interspaced with your round diamonds. And these have got a little mill grain, which is like a bobbly edge on the outside of the wedding ring, and I think it makes them look quite vintage. And then that's a slightly different setting called a French pavé. You've got your 2 row there, and then you've got also a claw setting. A lot of solitaires are set in claw settings, so this style here, the mini claw, would match your engagement ring. Then we've got some different styles down here, different widths if you want a wider one set with diamonds, a plaited one, and then we've got some shaped ones there, which leads me on to my shaped trays. We've got some in yellow gold here. So if you come in with your engagement ring, a lot of ladies say, I cannot find a wedding ring to fit around my engagement ring. I don't think we've ever turned anybody away not being able to do that for them, because if you can't find one from our lovely selection here, we can have one made and designed for you by CAD Design that will snugly fit with your ring. Now, people are often asked me, how long is it should I come and look for wedding rings before I get married? We have various times. Some brides come in, we've had some brides come in 3 years before, 2 years before, 1 year before. But if you're sort of leaving it, an ideal time would be 6 months to a year before, because then what you can do, if there's one that you like, you can put a 10% deposit down and do monthly payments, either in store or over the phone. And we find that's very popular, spreading your costs. I'm now going to go on to the gents' wedding rings. These are a new selection that we have in here. Whenever I speak to a prospective groom, they usually say, I'm not used to wearing rings, I don't think I'll ever get used to them. And when they try them on, they say, I don't want anything too tight. But you find once we've measured your finger, and most of these rings are a court style, so they're called a comfort fit. So they're rounded on the insides, so they're very comfortable on. And usually I get gentlemen coming back to me after they're married and they'll say, I don't even notice my wedding ring's on. That's an unusual one, like a feather cut. All these prices are silver, so all the prices are 150. And then when you see the rings here, which are 9 carat yellow gold, they're 545. We can have all these made in silver as well. So really, it's what your budget is, what you wish to spend, and then obviously the width and the weight decides the price as well. We also do very wide wedding rings, so you've got 10mm down there. And then we've got some more here. We've got titanium. Now titanium's quite, a lot of gentlemen ask me about titanium. We do sell them, but over the years your finger will change size. Titanium you can only resize up or down one size. So in 10 years time you might not be able to wear your wedding ring. So I usually say, if it was me, I'd go for a gold one because they're very hard wearing. They do need re-rhodium plating once a year, but that makes them look brand new. Or platinum you could go for, which doesn't need rhodium plating, but that's a little bit dearer. Or silver, which doesn't need it either, and they're 150. Oh, gents cufflinks, got plenty of those in the shop. We can also personalise your ring, so you can choose any ring, any colour, any width. That fingerprint one, we've done a few of those. You've got Roman numerals, some more Roman numerals up there. We've had a Lord of the Rings inscription, we've had personal inscriptions. There is an extra charge depending on how much you have written of up to £100. We also do engraving inside the wedding ring, and a lot of brides will have the bride's initial followed by the groom's initial and the wedding date, and that costs £20. So that's a nice personal touch. And I always say to the grooms, you won't forget your anniversary because you can look inside your wedding ring. And then we've also got your classic traditional wedding rings. These have come back a lot more popular. It's something our grandparents and great-grandparents used to wear. So we've got the different shapes here. D shape, that's flat in the inside and rounded on the outside. You've got those which are flat on the outside and rounded on the inside. So that's a comfort fit again, I told you about previously. And you've got that slightly rounded on the outside, the soft court, and comfortable on the inside. And then you've got your traditional court, which is more rounded on the outside, but also on the inside. So that's a comfort fit. And here it says we only go up to 7mm, but we can go wider. The most popular for men, I would say, is the 6mm. And these prices are for 9 carat gold. Again, we can make them in all metals. And then for the ladies, probably about 2.5, 3mm is most popular, but at 2mm we do as well, which is very narrow. We've also got some here which are patterned. That's one of my favourite sets. Nice and sparkly diamond cut. And you've got mill-edged, a few platinum there. And then we've got some yellow gold. There we've got the diamond cut ones again. And then we've got some plain here. As you see, you've got a 9 carat white gold ring there, wedding ring, solid, hallmarked for £190. So we do suit all budgets. We've sold them from that price right upwards. It's your choice. Platinum's becoming more popular for ladies. Nice and hard wearing. Rose gold. We've sold a few of those, rose gold. Oh, and we've got pocket watches on the end. Very popular for the grooms and the best man. I like that one. You've got the skeleton watch there. One that closes and opens. And then a silver one there. Very tiny selection of bridal jewellery. We've got lots of lovely pendants and earrings in silver, Swarovski crystals, Swarovski zirconia, which is imitation diamond, beautiful and sparkling. So if you need some bridal jewellery or for your bridesmaids, and I've shown you the cufflinks. So please come and see us at 24 The Arcade. I'm taking appointments now. Please ring me on 01226 770 878 or contact me, Messenger, Facebook, whichever way you like, and I will be gladly able to help you. Thank you very much for listening, and your wedding rings are made with thought and happiness and love. Thank you. Bye.
There we go, guys. That was Sarah from Kingston Jewellers. Thank you once again for that video, Sarah. That is the end of today's show, guys. We are back next Sunday on the 11th of April with the show for Sheffield, so please tune in for that. We'll have another couple of venues and a great selection of suppliers to showcase to you as well. As promised, we have drawn the competition winner, Rachel Barrett. You have bagged yourself 2 tickets to the ABBA Tribute Night at the John Smith Stadium. I believe the night is on the 27th of November, but drop us a message. We'll put you in touch with the stadium and we'll get your tickets sorted for that. So guys, thank you once again for watching. Tune in next week. We're here every Sunday up until and including the 23rd of May with a virtual show just for you. So thank you so much for the support in the show. We'll see you soon. Take care.